Twitch. So
Bonjour, bitches. What's up?
yes, indeed. Yes, we still have a few moments before the show.
Okay.
Give
Oh,
people
okay, but it's live, right? So we won't talk about me being up the duff. Okay,
Yeah,
grand.
let's not talk about your kid and
unless
your
you want to
18-year-old
talk
kid.
about that on the live.
No. My period is in 3 days. Don't anyone scare me, okay?
What day is this? What day is it? Monday? No, Tuesday.
It's
As long as something doesn't peek out and be like, hello.
play.
You're joking. That's
Hey,
not even Scott. Jeez, I'll be bad job.
a period is like a bunny rabbit. If you try and like snatch at it or get too stressed around it, it runs away. You got to watch that. Just
Yes. Snatch, literally. Snatch.
calmly approach your period, just like hello,
My
period.
periods were never regular, so I didn't know what. Hi, everyone.
You're
Hello,
just like,
everybody. We're talking about our menstrual
Leslie might be
cycles
up the
or lack
duff,
of
but I don't
one.
know who that is.
just like, how's your period treating you? Like, fuck.
Yeah, I've always been asked, like, is that something that I would want to go through as a trans woman? I'm like,
No,
no, no. I think
no.
most cis women would be like, yeah, if I could cut that out, I'd be good.
Yeah, no, you don't want that.
I didn't.
Mine, I
I
don't
didn't
have
have
it
a
either. I have
period.
no ovaries. No ovaries.
I oh fuck you.
No womb at the end.
No, there's no whom at the
Sister
end.
Mary Claire,
That
Sister
ship
Mary
fucking
Kay.
sailed.
Sister Mary Claire
No.
of the Holy Moly Convent.
Yeah, but not again. Out there somewhere, my ovaries twitch when I see a new baby, and I'm like, oh,
Oh.
I love them, but no.
Oh, I saw this cute freaking baby on the train. Like, oh,
Oh
I don't
no.
remember when, sometime. And I was like, and she's so cute. She had a phone, and then she's like, blah, 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 talking on the phone. And then she's like looking at me, going like, blah, blah, blah. So I had my phone, and I'm like, yeah, girl, I know. Oh, it was last week on Friday. I'm like, it's Friday. Hey, it's weekend. And then I keep quiet. She's like,
All
blah, blah, blah,
right.
blah, 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 blah. And we were
Well, with
chatting.
Barbie's permission, we will start the show now. So,
Okay.
all right. Hello, everybody. You are tuned into the Hurricane Girls. We are the Daughters of Darkness, the Sisters of Rage. We are nature's curse upon mediocre men, and we are the happy accidents of Mother Nature. I am Hurricane Sheila, aka Sheila Chappelle, the internet's ex-girlfriend minus one. Now I have a boyfriend. So, yep,
Oh,
the harm little narcissist. We are here to talk to you. I am here with my bestest buddies from around the world. I am going to start up top with Hurricane Claire. Introduce yourself,
Don't start
please.
with me. I'm Claire. I am Claire from
Sister
Ireland.
Mary Claire.
I'm Sister Mary Claire from Ireland.
Is Claire is the
I
one
don't.
who thinks she's not beautiful, but in all actuality
Oh,
is
sorry.
absolutely stunning.
I'm
And
insecure and I've got 10 layers of makeup on. Leave me alone.
it's you're the face of the Hurricane Girls for sure. And below me here, I have Hurricane Barbie. Introduce yourself, girl.
Yeah. And Hurricane Barbie. I'm just the from Switzerland. I'm broadcasting from Switzerland. So hello, grüezi miteinander.
Ah,
Um, oh yeah, no, Swiss
mm.
German, huh? A bit of German there. And I am I am the chaotic and I'm the really the only single one in the group who just has the most amazing dating stories for everyone today. Ooh, there's an
Yes.
engagement. There's like a semi-kidnapping that I went along with. There's a lot of things.
So
Hey,
we have
there's
stories to tell. We have tea to spill. I have my own tea to spill. I don't know. Claire has been in a relationship for 28 years, so she's just
I'm
here
just here to
to
balance
she's just
balance
here to balance
the
us all
grade.
out here. Um,
I'm here as a midlife crisis. Fucking help me out.
no, you're here for the accent, let's be honest.
I'm here for the crack.
The the three of us come from we're three women from different countries, three different countries, and three different walks of life, three different mindsets and perspectives. And so that's why we're here. But despite our differences, we are the best of friends, and it's been really great getting to know, I mean, I've known Barbie for a while, but getting to know you, Claire, over the past month has been just
It's been
amazing.
lovely.
Just
It's been so
groundbreaking.
much
It
fun.
just
It's been so
went with such ease, and it was lovely. I don't know, I just feel like I found my people, and I'm so
Yeah.
grateful. Sound like a cheesy
So
bitch.
today we
But yeah.
definitely want to solicit for our audience to ask questions about your relationships in the live chats. Please feel free to ask questions. We will give you the absolute wrong answers and
I will
tell
give the
you.
absolute wrong answer. Sheila will give you the very like sweet, romantic, like, oh my God, but love is real. And then Sister Mary Claire will give you the actually when you've been together for 28 years, like, just
No,
kick him
I
up the
will tell
ass.
you very
Yeah,
honestly that it
kick him
takes
up
a
the
lot of
ass.
fucking work. I know it takes a lot
She'll
of
give
work.
you the rap on the fucking knuckles that you needed
Yeah,
when you were in
you
school.
level
You
up
do,
where you
you
fag
do.
Yeah.
So
So yeah, and we're also just want to let everybody know this for next week's show. We will be having a guest hurricane on the show, Jacqueline Crum from American Idol season 4. That was the Carrie Underwood season, and so she's going to come on, hang out with us, talk to us, and just kind of be cool with us. So I'm looking forward to that, but I am definitely looking forward to tonight because Leslie Hurricane Barbie has been teasing tea all fucking night.
hello.
Our group chat has been
All
nothing
week.
but, oh my God, is
All
it time for the podcast yet? Oh my
I
God,
think
I
the
can't wait to
quietest.
talk.
It's been
But
the
it's been like this
quietest one
all
because
week.
we can't
Because
get the stories out of her.
because that's the thing. That's the thing. So all I have been doing is sending you like little snippets. Like all I said, what did I say was like, I'm being
Been
kidnapped.
kidnapped. I think
So
send your location right now. Send your location right now.
And then I was like, I got home, don't worry about it.
No, I love
Um
it. I really
so
enjoyed it, you fucking kinky bitch.
yes. So the question is, Barbie, are you going to be edging us the rest of the night, or are we just going to come on,
oh,
going and spill the
oh.
tea right fucking now?
I'm licking the mic. Sorry if anyone is like freaked out by any weird noise. That's just my like ASMR freaky. So wait, so can I just say that the men on Bumble at the moment are freaks. I have downloaded Bumble again for the fourth time. I am going to delete it tonight. I kept Bumble because there is a conversation with the man that I just want to like have that I just keep so that I can share it with you because he terrifies me. He terrifies me because I cannot believe that there's like a human being that exists like this. The man is, and I have to get it in American units because I don't know American units. Um, but he is super tall, right? Freakishly tall, actually. I have an opinion that like at a certain point it becomes unnecessary. So my opinion is any man over 6 foot, stop. Stop. Why did you? I don't need no. This man is 6'5", approaching 6'6", so he's just a big man. Um, he is 40 years old. That is a 4 and a 0. And I pretty much swiped on him just so that I could ask him a question because I am so arrogant, and I know I am. Someone's going to be in the comments like, "You're ugly." I'm fucking arrogant. So I literally swiped on him so that I could ask him, "Is he like? Are you actually that tall?" Because I just assumed we'd match because I assumed everyone would match with me because I am so good.
Why wouldn't it?
Oh, exactly. I
Just
mean,
leave
no,
it real.
I fully believe that if I swipe right on you, it's going to be a match, and I can ask you my question and then unmatch you. This is fine. So I did this, and then I was like, "Are you actually that tall? Or are you like 6'2", and you just don't think anyone would have a measuring tape?" And he's like, "I'm really this tall," but our entire conversation is about him being tall. And I was like, that's so sad. Like, imagine being 40 years old and all you have to offer the world is like being freakishly tall. Let's be honest, 6'5" to me is like you're becoming like weirdly tall, right? It's unnecessarily tall. Um, he
Sorry,
oh,
checking the stream.
what did you do? um, and And so I'm like, like I was like, okay, dude, like that's great. Like I don't want to carry on this conversation because I just wanted to ask him if he was really that tall. He was sending me screenshots from other, because I'm just not impressed by him being tall. He's sending me screenshots from other women going like, wow, it's so great that you're tall. He's like, see, woman like that, I'm tall. I'm like,
but you're 5'7".
yeah. I mean, I'm not short, I'm not tall, but I feel like 6'5" is
Right.
unnecessary. And if that's all you have to offer, I'm just like, okay, thanks.
Barbie,
But he
was
got
that all
so
you had to
mad.
offer?
I mean, yeah, because we literally just chatted. We have like 18, 20 messages, and it's just him like getting angry because I'm not interested in the fact that he's tall. I'm just like, do you have anything else to offer? No, tall. No, I mean, I didn't even carry on talking to him. He was just sending me screenshots of other women going like, wow, it's so cool that you're so tall. And I'm like, fuck them. Why? Leave me alone. Go away. I did have two that I did meet with. I had two that I met with.
Tell the truth.
I had two that I met with because I was like, all right, let's see. I discovered through this that I am definitely a slut and not a whore. And that is a hard realization.
I love that.
We love her. Anybody else does it better, they're in trouble, but we're allowed to say
imagine this revelation. I mean, God.
No. So the thing is, right, like a slut does it for free, a slut does it for passion, a whore does it for money.
Right.
There's a difference.
A whore is smart then.
Yeah, she is. I'm dumb. I'm a stupid slut.
No, you're not a stupid slut. You're just testing the water, but you've got the skills. So why don't you start charging?
But again, because she's bad at the admin.
I'm bad at the admin. I literally have people. I actually now have a couple of people that I know that are offering. And I'm like, I would only let a woman be my pimp. I wouldn't let a man be my pimp. That is like a weird. I'm just like,
no. But here, would you not do OF? OnlyFans?
No, the market is so flooded. Like you're gonna have to do you're gonna have to have bubbles blown up your ass while you
you might
deep throat
the market
pineapple.
is very flooded, and here we are doing a podcast.
That's the wrong attitude. You might have the magic sauce. You might have the sauce that somebody likes, and you know what I mean? Snooze you lose, get your ass in gear and
I could just set up a camera in my room, and any dates that come over just be like,
you have a quality that, and I see it as a quality because I have a conscience and I couldn't even sell a picture. But Barbie simply
has no conscience whatsoever.
It's not me being a prude. It just, I don't know what it is. It just would mess with my head. I'd be in therapy for it. But Barbie balances as well because she doesn't give a shit. I think it's bloody brilliant.
But I had my two. The one is super like old-fashioned kind of like. I think it is part of like his upbringing. He's in school and university in Sweden, so he's like not quite hardcore Iranian, but like still has. He's like, the man's job is to pay. That is a man's job. If a woman gives her time, she could give her time to. I love this about him. He's like, because he pays for everything, and he plans everything, which is nice. It's because he said, will you have dinner with me on Friday? I said, yeah, sure. He said, do you have any preferences? And I'm going, oh fuck, I don't want to plan a date, because then they're like, what do you like doing in Zurich? I'm like, oh fuck off. Fuck off. I don't want to do that. He's like, do you have any preference? I said, no. He said, fantastic. Then he comes to me, he's like, I have a reservation, it's here at this time, I will meet you at the train station. Like,
bing bang
love
boom.
it.
Let's
and
go.
Then bing bang boom. He knows the restaurant. He was like, this is really good, I can suggest this, I can suggest that. Paid for everything. He's like, woman, don't pay, you've given me your time. That's very, very, very interesting, very, very interesting man. But very old-fashioned, like, woman don't pay, and this is
yeah.
See us fighting. I know, no.
Nice. But then usually I can't say every time, but sometimes with people that are that sort of way.
But it's bizarre for me, right? Because this is not a personality that does well for me, because this is a kind of man that like he wants to lead, and I am. I don't know if I'm a brat. I don't know if I'm a brat because I'm like, I want to be led, but don't try and lead me. You have to trick me into it. But so he's messed with my brain.
You're not a brat. You're not.
I just don't like being told what to do. It's like I'm like I'm like a cat. That's what I'm like, you know, like stroke me and I'm like purr, and then I turn around, I'm like, don't touch me. What are you like purring to like hitting you. And then I go back to purring again, you know, it's that kind of weird vibe. Then I saw him again on Sunday because he texted me. He's like, I don't know if you're free, but if you are, at 5 o'clock, I will fetch you. I want to go to Lucerne, which is also in Switzerland. There's a bar. Doesn't tell me what it's called. Doesn't say anything. So I said, what bar is it? He's like, you don't need to know this. I'm like, fine. Again, very nice bar. I'm like checking, I'm like, this man is spending quite a bit of money. I'm like, oh yeah. But he's very lovely, very stubborn though. Don't know. We're gonna fight. It's fine. The spicy tango is good. The girls know I was saying today. I'm so tired.
We're not restricted here, sure. We're not, Sheila. Are we? Are we restricted here? What can we say?
No, we're good. We can say whatever we want to.
Okay. Then I can say that man fucks good. Okay.
There she is.
It's the good dick here.
It's really, and because I mean he's quite athletic. I mean, so like I've said, I'm 5'7". I'm also like, you know, built like a, you know, brick shit house. Like I'm a sturdy fucker. I'm not teeny tiny. I'm not like, you know, dainty.
You look teeny.
But I'm sturdy, right? I'm heavy. Like I'm a lot heavier than I look. I am
ballerina. She does dancing, so she's got dancer's legs.
Oh, God. I'm like I build muscle very fast. Weirdly. I do build muscle very fast. The gun show. Actually, you know, and the thing
look at those though. Oh my God.
I don't work out. I only dance. I have no idea where these came from.
If you're listening to the podcast, you're missing out on some primo biceps here. Chef's kiss.
What's all the bench pressing those men?
You know, but this motherfucker, and he's not very tall. He is about maybe 5'8". I think no, he's about 5'8". No, what's inches and things? He'd be close to 5'9", I'd say. So he's not a big guy.
Not a big guy, no.
He picked me the fuck up, like had me. Listen, I was surprised, and then other things were happening, and then I was like, oh. It was a confusing moment. I was just like,
I just love that you never know what's. I usually am the person that you don't know what's going to come out of my mouth, but I'm sitting here going, "Holy good fuck!"
And this, man, if you're listening, and you should be listening, we should have every man in the world listen to this podcast. If you're listening to this, men, short kings can still sling that thing.
Yeah.
So
don't be
don't be all hating on the short kings, and don't be counting the short kings out, because they will fuck the shit out.
Oh no, listen, me and a short king, I love a short king as long as you're just like, you're cool with the fact that you're short. If you're a bitch about it, get out of my face. I'll stomp you. But if you're just like, I mean, Polly Pocket, the very cute Italian, oh, he's a blessing, is like a lot shorter than me. He's like literally Polly Pocket, like beep Polly Pocket. He's adorable, and he's so fucking hot. And I actually said to him, I'm almost thankful that you're so short, because if he was like
one day, by the way, wasn't this one day?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Him and
this wasn't the week, this is the day.
I mean, it seems like to me that's a lot of Western culture and patriarchy that's built up. Like, we have to have men that are taller than us, and that's just not fucking true. There's not a whole lot of men that are taller than me, but like, you know, good things come in small packages, and small packages come in good things. So, I mean, you know. I'm just saying.
If you're a small package and you want to come in a good thing, And you're in Switzerland? Yeah. No, I don't need that. My roster is too long. But anyway, this is this
Very
lovely
long.
guy.
I keep thinking we can't drink. I'm so.
I broke Hurricane Barbie. That was my goal for the episode.
I know, but if
Okay.
you
We can go
I can't
ahead
say
and
too
stop
much.
the stream now. I've broken
Stop
her.
it.
Yeah.
But okay. You know what's hilarious? Because I tell all these people, like, oh, they're like, hey, what do you do? I'm like, Tuesday nights I'm not available because I do like podcasts with my friends. They're all like, what's the name? I'm like, I'm not telling
No.
you because I'm about to talk some shit, right? So they don't know.
They can open diary for us
Hopefully
on a
they never
Tuesday
find
night.
me.
It's like a release of everything on a Tuesday night, and it's just getting used to it.
Oh, it's so bad. But if you're a short man and you don't care about your height, we don't care about it either.
No.
Literally, Mr. 6'5", 6'6", and I was just like, that's so gross. You have nothing to offer me. Thank you so much. But this guy, not a very tall guy. Oh my fuck.
Well, the tall guys
gave me
sometimes they get it wrong. It's like, they don't have enough room for the blood to flow all over their body. So
okay. That being said, on the weekend there was Johnny Boy and Claire knows Johnny Boy. That's a big boy. He's a big boy.
See,
There's something
you're keeping
about
secrets from me again, Luz.
no,
No,
that's the boy.
no.
That's the big hairy boy. That's
Oh,
the
okay, the big hairy one. I've
Yeah.
seen him. Yeah, okay.
He's like a man, right? He's like a big boy, and
A
he's got
fucking
like
Yeti is what he is.
I know, but there
Yeah.
is something about. So I am, as much as I love short kings, I do. You're my. I love you.
We're equal opportunity dick houses.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, basically,
I'm an equal opportunity slut. Don't worry about it. But there is something about a man that can like literally just like he grabbed me and just chucked me, and I was like, hang on a minute. That's not A, you're younger than me, so respect your elders. Two, you're in my house. Do not treat me like that.
He was very lovely. I thought he was lovely. I thought he was really, like masculine or something. He was really handsome.
Oh yes.
I can only sit at the sidelines and say, but yeah, he was.
I will say,
Claire, what's it like fucking the same guy for 28 years?
Oh my god.
Nothing wrong with that? Okay. Shout out to your dude.
We get on pretty well. Shout out to him.
If they're good, then you're just like, but this is my problem. I don't think I've ever fucked anyone and thought I could do this forever. I'm just like, it's a good Wednesday evening. Right. I don't want this every Wednesday. I don't want this every day. Maybe every Wednesday. Could we come to that conclusion? But
every second Wednesday, maybe.
We need to talk about my engagement because I also sent that photo.
I'm very curious.
Do you know that Sheila messaged me like privately outside of the group, and she's like, "Okay, all jokes fucking aside,
is this real?" Like I was like, I'm calling timeout. I need to know whether you're fucking serious right here or not, just so I can know how I'm gonna react.
I'll be honest. No, I was in his apartment.
She's like, yeah, I'm on to the next one.
Just to set the screen for those of you who are not privy to our private conversations. The other day, this bitch here comes in. Yes, yesterday comes in and showing pictures of two hands together with the ring around the traditional wedding finger. And like
drawn married with a marker pen. Married, literally just like a marker.
This is how much I can't see. I'm like, Claire, I need glasses badly. There's a reason why I don't drive. Okay, because when I saw that, all I could see was this little half-inch picture. What's going on here? And so I had to know whether I'm saying congratulations or God damn it, Barbie. What the fuck is about to happen here? So then she edges me. She's like, I'm saving this for the podcast.
Yeah.
It's podcast time. Yeah.
And so
No,
I've been sitting here.
so I'll be honest, I might have gone through with it, but this with
okay.
I am the biggest fangirl of Swiss Dick. I have never been let down by Swiss Dick. If you Wait, have you got it? Can you show it?
Yep.
There we go.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if a man tells me he's Swiss, I'm like, baby, it's like I've up until this point 100% just been guaranteed. He's like,
so cheese,
so I'm like,
cheese, chocolate, and penis.
Cheese, chocolate, and cock.
Gotcha.
Cheese, chocolate,
right.
cock. We got the
Got
three
the three
C's.
C's there going
those
on.
Not cheese, cock, and chocolate. Oh no, cheese, cock, and chocolate.
We're gonna put the chocolate between those two so we keep them separated.
Yeah, we don't want cheese and cock in the same sentence.
No.
No. But so and he's a doctor, so I was like, he's Swiss. That means he's got that like. And so I was like, fantastic. So I've been joking with him the whole time, like, I'm going to marry you. We're going to get married. And he was just carrying on with my humor. So I really liked him because I was like, and we're going on about, he's like, oh, could be a perfect marriage, like, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, baby, his name is David. I'm just using his real name because I don't give a fuck. His name is David. So just like, his name is David and he works at this hospital. No, let's not do that.
Oh, David. I know him.
I know him.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, you have my heart, my soul, and soon my syphilis. Because I just kept telling him that I had syphilis because it was just a social experiment. I don't,
As far as we know.
Yeah.
Maybe I got something different. No. Safe sex. Always get tested. Don't be silly, wrap your willy. Don't be a fool, wrap your tool. Right.
No glove.
No glove, no love.
No, but no, Barbie, seriously, do you
Hey, I am queen of don't even look at me with your penis in the room without a condom on, because I get pregnant if you just like give me the dirty look. If you just give me a dirty look, I'll get pregnant.
Yeah. No, good.
Oh, God damn it, gotta reset the period.
Just give me a dirty look and I'm just like, ooh, pregnant. No. But my son did curse my womb, so it's okay, we're fine. But so I just carried on. I liked him because of the sense of humor, and I was like, Swiss, this is gonna be good. Sorry, my WhatsApp is connected to my laptop, so occasionally I get like one of my rosters sending me a text. And I'm like, stop it.
Hey, guys, you have to take a short 2-hour break to let her do this podcast, please.
Yeah, just talking shit about
it. Like the vajay has to be shut down for repairs every once in a while.
Yeah, just like give me a break, boys. Yes. But we joked. He had a silver market. He put the engagement ring on, and we were joking.
Heartbroken.
This is when I realized, like I said, I'm a slut, not a whore, because man's got money, man is stable, blah blah blah, all that. It was my first time encountering a small Swiss penis, and I've never felt like so abandoned. I was like sitting there going like, God, why have you forsaken me? Why have you forsaken?
Why can't they ever have all of the above?
Exactly.
Why?
And I know that I'm always going to pick dick over money, and that is a problem.
Stable mental health, a steady job with lots of money, and like they're hung like flies. Like,
I'm so depressed about that realization, because I could always think I could be like a trophy wife, maybe a crap trophy, or I could be like a sugar baby. No, I can't.
And again, like we were saying before, a small thing isn't necessarily it's not you're not.
I disagree.
Sheila, you're not disqualified necessarily. No, you are. If you can use it.
No, you are. Because he was good at everything else, but I am a dick girly. Like, I need to be dicked down.
All right. So short king, but no short. None of this. Yeah.
I told you about the Irish chappie who's like a lot shorter than me. Irish.
Men are meant to be better than anybody. I'm putting it out
Listen,
there for the
listen,
listeners.
listen. If you cut off his penis and put them like shoulder to shoulder, there's like that much difference between the two of them.
I think maybe the difference between you and me, Barbie, is that we use, for the most part, use different orifices. So a short one is
Oh no, I get you, girl. I
okay.
get you, girl. No, exactly. But this is why I'm
I
like,
don't want to be split in two.
no. But I get it because like you're not entering. No one is entering my back door. That's not why.
Right.
Why I have a perfectly good hole that self lubricates and is like can stretch. Right, that one doesn't stretch. Leave me alone. Get away from me with
Right.
that. Just
I no comment. I can't even joke. I'm not joking on this. There's no way. There's no way.
Claire, Claire, what are you?
So
are you an all orifices kind of girl? Look at
No.
her face.
I'm okay with any entry point, honestly.
Oh my god.
Samantha?
I just got a text from GCPR who may still air this radio show after this absolute shit show of a conversation, but they sent me a graphic that they had created. I don't know if y'all can see it, but
let me see. Can't see. Send it and
can't see.
Can't see it.
Okay, can't see it. I'll put it to the group chat, but
okay.
It looks pretty good, and I think they wanted to pick this. It's you, Claire, and the witch hat.
They're not.
Leslie, I don't know where they got that one.
You know why I was in a witch hat? Because I don't have it.
Which one of me?
I don't take photographs of myself.
It's just you, and like it's really a wholesome picture of you. It's certainly not like you.
Oh.
Yeah, it's.
I need to take more photos.
It's you in a black and white sweater like this.
She's
it's from one of my videos.
Yeah.
It's from one of my TikToks.
Yeah.
You're photogenic. That's the difference. I look wonky in photos, so I have.
Oh, shut it, Claire. You're fucking.
Don't start.
You're fucking cunt.
Don't start.
Don't start. Okay. Okay, wait. But now we need to get. So I got engaged. Now we need to get to the kidnapping story.
Oh yeah.
Okay, engaged.
No.
Kidnapping by the same guy.
That makes it even more fun,
Okay.
right? Because if like the guy that like proposed to me kidnapped me, like how boring.
Right.
No.
We wouldn't want that to happen. No stability in your life.
No, absolutely not. No, I left his house and I was like, man, that's disappointing. Swiss dick finally did do me dirty and I'm sad about it. Then I'm like on the tram and I'm like, I'm chilling. I'm like, oh, that was a waste of my time, but whatever. I got free dinner, so I was just like, this is like this.
You got to freak your friends the fuck out too.
Yes, and I got to freak out my friends. Like in this economy, free dinner. Like I don't give a fuck. But I'm on the tram, and then the guy from Sunday and Friday, the Iranian guy, him and I think we're gonna fight, but it's fine. He like just walks up to me and he's like on a tram in Zurich, and he's like, what are you doing here? And I'm like, bitch, what are you doing here? I got to fight. Yeah. I was like, oh, shit. And I was like, hi.
About half an hour, it'll be you that I'm doing here, but yes.
Listen. but he's just like, we get to a stop and he's like, this is my stop. Come. And I don't know why. My brain was like, okay, I've just followed this.
Yes. Yes, this week on Dateline NBC, the mystery of the week.
You need to start sending your location.
But I don't know why, and I still don't know why I listened to him. He just told me, he's like, I'm getting off here. Come. And I was just like, okay. This is why I say he's messed with something. He's messed with something. I know. He's messed
right. Well, he said the word come, and you're like, yes, I will.
You just took the words out of my mouth. That's exactly.
Oh, because
absolutely. I'm happy to.
I did sleep with the Swiss doctor. He's good at other things. So, like, I was pretty worn out. I'll be honest.
Is he really a doctor?
He is really a doctor. I checked. I did check. I was checking things. I just can't do it with a small dick. But this guy just, and then I'm like, I got off and I was like, why did I follow you off this tram? That's funny. Why? He's like, my car's here. I'll drive you home. He does not live near me. He's still like 20 minutes drive from where I live. So from where he lives, he's like, wait here, I'll fetch my car. I was just like, this bitch. What the fuck?
Did you go back?
Yeah, I waited. He got his car. He took me home.
You got in his car. I could have took you anywhere. You need to start center location.
No roadhead or anything.
Yes.
No.
Okay.
You know, because the problem is he's got like a really big the console in between the two seats of his car, and like my rib cage can't do it.
For fuck's sake.
Yeah.
Right.
You sit on it.
She's like, I've got to go up and over.
I've got to go up and over, and that's just like uncomfortable. And like if he hits a bump, I'm gonna bite that thing off, and I don't want to. I like it.
But what about him then? What's gonna happen?
I have no idea. I just dislike that if he tells me to do something, I do it, and I'm like,
I'm telling you, I'm buying her a chastity belt for Christmas.
Wait for Christmas. So I still got time.
Listen, this hookerella down here would definitely Houdini her way out of that chastity.
She would definitely her fucking vagina alone would Houdini itself out.
That thing will develop teeth and like
her sleep.
No, it's way out. No,
you can put a slut in jail, but you can't keep her butt off the bars.
Listen, I'll be like, come on.
You just I say fair play to you. You know what? Oh, I will keep saying it. Men have done it for years and got the, you know what I mean? So
yes, if a man did it, it would be unremarkable. Entirely, there would not be a podcast about it.
Yeah,
but considering the fact that I have A, gotten engaged, and B, been kidnapped in the 1 week I've had Bumble.
One day.
In 1 day.
Stop trying to play on him. It's 1 day.
I think I need to delete Bumble.
We didn't actually hear from you for nearly, we did in brief.
It was for a while.
For 48 hours. I was like, are you okay? I'm really tired. What were you been
doing? No, okay. I was tired because Johnny Boy was here. Because Johnny Boy was here on the weekend. And listen, I know Sheila's not into him because he's like a bear. It's like, you know, that berry man.
Oh yeah, I think he's lovely.
Hairy boy. Oh,
he's lovely. He is lovely.
If he treats you well, I'm into him.
Hairy man, or just hairy, hunky, chunky, gorgeous. Yeah.
So so that was like, you know, Saturday, Sunday. I had like, you know, I had Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. I'm worn out.
I know earlier on she was like, I'm just awake. I'm going to get a coffee.
I did. I went to sleep before the podcast because I was just sitting here like.
Do you want me to tell you a fact?
Yeah.
Do you want me to tell you a fact? Well, it's a sort of a rough fact. I should have probably looked it up beforehand, but I heard that the more men that come inside you, your immune system fights off because it's a foreign body. So your body's working overtime. So
I mean, they're not.
That's why you're tired.
They're not inside me.
You're a whole fucking laboratory.
You're
honestly, yes. And I used to think, before I met you, I used to think sleeping with 3 people in 1 day was just the craziest thing I'd ever heard of. That was me. You know, and then I was like, I must be a wild child. Then I met Ben Barbie here, and I was like, I am actually quite vanilla.
No, you met me when I was married, and I was like, it's like, and then and then I got divorced, and then
maybe it's in cycles, because when you were married, I was spreading it around.
Yeah,
and now. What we're waiting for is for something to happen with Claire. Because like we'll all get hooked up. I've got a boyfriend now. You might find a boyfriend or a husband, and then Claire is going to be like, it's single? My turn.
No, see if I ever become single, I do not want to look at another man.
You're going to be the biggest lesbian I have ever seen. I am sorry. Yes. No more dicks in your life. It's gonna be carpet and box munching the rest of your
my name is Humbird. I do actually get a lot of women. I do actually attract a lot of women.
I have no doubt. You could get this one if you wanted to.
Women do not like me. Women do not like me.
I do everywhere we go.
Ma'am, okay, listen. Grand
you
exception
like
right
me.
here.
You
I
like
like
me
you.
in general because I'm like I've had girlfriends. I'm very sexually attracted to women. Women are just like absolutely the fuck not. I don't know what the fuck that is. Only men find me entertaining. Okay, women are just like absolutely. I wouldn't touch that with a bar. No, I don't know why. I think it's also because my
I'm not into
personality is very
them,
much.
but
I'm suited for men, right? Because I'm rude. I'm like with women you have to be nice to them because
You
they're
do.
lovely creatures and you should
yeah.
respect them. I don't have to do that to men. I can just be like, you stupid like piece of shit, come here.
Unless it's us, we don't take
I
offense.
mean,
It's
No,
different.
no. But for
Yeah.
dating, I mean, Sheila,
No,
if
I know, I
like
know.
if I took Sheila on a date, I can't just be like, come here, you bitch. She's gonna be like, ma'am, excuse who the fuck do you
Level
see,
up.
I don't know. I might make an exception for you. I'd be like, excuse me. Okay, just a moment.
just a
Here I
Yeah,
moment.
say
come.
that.
No,
But
because
no.
you are the one who could get me out of pocket. Claire too,
But I
honestly,
am.
I can't have these
But
two in the same room because it would be dangerous.
well, if you were in the same room too, Claire, it would be
Oh,
devastating. But
right here, I'm gonna
it
have bad dreams tonight. Now stop. I'm gonna have dreams. I mean,
we
right up
are
in
her
there.
bad dreams, Barbie. We are her bad dreams.
Don't
oh,
no, but I
No,
do.
I
I
think
do
we
get a lot of
are.
women. I do get a lot of women, which is lovely. But they said one of them said to Carl one night we were out. They said, "What was it? If you weren't so nice, Carl, that I'm your bird." I am your
So I had I you don't
bird.
you
Wait,
can
wait.
tell me to fuck off with this question, but have you ever been with a woman?
No,
Okay.
no. I've kissed one whenever we were younger, but I didn't have a choice. Just
Well,
smacked the lips on
everybody
me. I
does
knew I
that.
know her, like I know her, but we were really young. We're in a bar and
Back
she
in the convent in the Pope's house, right? Yeah.
No, we were at a bar called Shenanigans in Belfast many moons ago. That's how long ago
Because
anybody.
of course it's named
It
Shenanigans.
was called
Yes.
of
Shenanigans.
course.
We were students, and she actually did a program over. I'll not even mention it because actually it would be giving too much away. But yes, she smacked the lips on me, so she did, and but it was for show for all of it. She's not into women, but it was for show.
See, that's why I love you though, Claire. You
Oh.
keep me grounded. Because I'm the middle of the road here between Leslie and you. It's like,
The balance.
I'm sort of the ballast here. So
No, but I come across innocent. I get a lot of people saying you're very innocent. Do you know what? I tell you to fuck off very quick. Not you, don't mean you. I mean, in general, I'm not as soft as what people think I am. I bite.
I can
Not that,
imagine.
but I bite.
Not
Not
left.
I
not
love
that.
that you had to clarify. Not that.
Not
Not
that.
that at all.
Not that
I
at all.
can handle myself is what I'm saying, but yes, I'm not, you know what I mean? You know, but I'm
No,
not a
we
not
got
a
it.
walkover. Like, I'd rip you a new
Yeah.
one.
No.
I'm
I'm
so
just I'm just a train wreck in
You're
motion.
not.
see,
You're
I'm
not
the
a
Okay.
train wreck.
one.
You're
I'm the
not a train
one
wreck.
like Claire has been settled down for decades now, and
It takes
I
work. It's a lot of
I'm the
work. Well,
one
at least
who is starting to settle down right now. So like I got gifts today and I'm
Oh,
super
it was
happy.
so
Listen,
cute.
this is
Makes me hate you a little bit, I'll be
I
honest.
know, I know. It's okay. You can be mad if you want to, but like you, both of you have probably gotten gifts from men all of your life. You've gotten flowers, you've gotten candy, you've gotten jewelry. And I, as someone who made the transition in her 40s, have not gotten those things from men before. So, like, the only thing I had gotten was I got some flowers from an old girlfriend for my birthday one day. And I'm like, yeah, that's great. I wanted that. That's crossed off the list. But I had never
Yeah.
gotten until today, I had never
you're really
gotten
emotional about
a
this.
Yay.
stuffy before. So I'd
Uh,
never gotten a stuffy before, and I
Yeah.
got this squishy, cuddly kitty. And it's
Oh, I love
Say
fucking
it.
your
So
day.
amazing.
cute.
I was just like, oh, I'm
Oh,
cuddling with this tonight because he can't be here. And then I got hold on, let me dip out of the camera here.
I know the things you take for granted, but
I
it means so much to
the
you.
jewelry box
I don't
here.
take it for granted. I don't do gifts well. That's lovely.
So there's this joy box. The LED doesn't work, but it's a corsage,
Oh,
and
that's so
it
cute.
had inside it. And I wasn't aware of this. It had this pendant here that I'm wearing
Oh,
now,
that
and
is.
he left me a note in there. It said, "I can't be there, but here's my heart to be next to yours." And I was like,
Oh, you see, you are very much a romantic. Like if
"I
there's like a
am.
romantic, like you are like the girly. I
You're not
like
romantic
I
at
love
all."
this for you. I love this for you, but I have like an abundance of fucking plush toys that I've gotten from like
Yeah,
the
that's really
Hungarian, and I'm just like,
I'm sure
the fuck
years
am I
down the
meant to do
road,
with this?
years
Like,
down the road, I'll be like another one. God damn. But
no, no, no.
yeah,
I always tell
yeah.
Carla if he buys me, anything, I'm going, stop doing it. I'm not
Okay,
good
I'm
at it.
yeah.
listening. I'm listening to Claire. I'm not listening to you right now, Les. But yeah,
I'm not good at accepting gifts. I'm not being a dick, but
I
I've
can
never been
only
good.
imagine though, because if you can't take a compliment, you can't take a gift.
Can't take a
Like,
gift. I can't.
I like
I get really. I
gifts.
don't want people spending money. I think. Do you know what I mean? I
Oh
hate
no,
people
yeah, I get
spending
that.
I
money.
do like gifts. I like gifts. I like them in the form of diamonds and shoes. Hey.
Diamonds and shoes are definitely good.
No, I just never.
Um,
And
I kind of like gifts in the form of travel too.
that's
Like,
also nice. That is also nice. Like,
yeah,
I'm going to take you on holiday. I mean, if you're going to give me some, like, but just because I'm very unromantic, I am very unromantic. Although flowers were not really a big thing for me, but then was it April or was it May, June, around there? Remember, I was dating the two non-monogamous guys,
yes, I
the one
remember
that's an
that story.
asshole, and then
The the
sunflower.
one that you were too ashamed to tell me. Yes.
No, 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 no,
Oh,
no.
is
The
this
one that
another
was
one?
that was pre me.
that was this was pre Claire. The Ashamed Weekend was the two South African boys, and that's how Johnny Boy came into the picture.
I
In
see.
April and in May, I had the guy that we all hate. Shout out Thomas. Hey, how you doing?
What's up, Thomas?
What's up, Thomas? And then and
Thomas is now a subscriber to the channel.
Off your phone. Oh, no, I'm only joking. I don't even know this.
I've got an update on that. But I was dating him and I was dating the man that I called Sunflower because he just loved the sun and I was said he was like a sunflower and then he called me sun. It was very cute, very romantic, very gross. But the two of them were constantly like bringing me flowers. So my house, I was putting flowers into like drinking glasses and I like flowers in the
Oh,
toilets because I
curtains.
just run out of space. Because one brought me flowers, the next one did, and then like they were just like competing on like bringing fucking flowers.
The fucking toilet bowl.
Imagine the heartbreak of you having a choice between
I know.
two.
Sheila, Sheila's had a day of just pure emotion because of the gift she just received.
I
Because
have, and then this bitch is down here like,
get
yeah, I
fucking
get
dragged in the
flowers every
toilet.
No, what
5 minutes.
my point is though, is that I was just like I was getting irritated and I had to speak to both of them and be like, can you both stop? Because I've run out of space. Because I'm just like, I know I should be like, oh, that's so cute. Wow. And I'm just like, you've just given me something to throw away, right? It's gonna die, and then
I I feel like flowers. I do like getting flowers. Let's be real. I like getting them, but also at the same time, they're somewhat unoriginal, and they're definitely not useful in any way. They're not something that you can keep and remember
I'm a
something
bit of a
by.
weirdo.
You know, you don't like
I'm
flowers?
trying to propagate the fucking seeds. A
Oh,
dick. I'm like, oh, I can propagate that. Do you know what that means? I'm such a
yes.
geek.
like
You're sitting there masturbating the flower, just like, give me your seeds, give me your seeds.
she's kinky.
Oh,
Mm.
I will
I'm
say,
taking the hormones. I'm putting it into
I,
soy.
I will say, I do still have two.
You didn't dry them, did you?
I have from Thomas. Fuck Thomas. I have from when we
Thomas
went.
is the prick, isn't he? The one that is like, oh,
Yeah,
fucking doesn't take no for an
yeah.
answer.
I have an update on that, but I have one. We went to because daffodils only bloom in a certain at a certain time in the mountains in Switzerland, and we went there and we picked the daffodils while they were blooming because we had a picnic and it was very cute. And so I dried some of those. And then we were in the south of France in the lavender fields in July.
This
And
guy
I
slipped
still,
up her vagina in her heart and has stole her heart, but he's a prick. So
yeah. And so I still have lavender from our trip. So I still have the dried flowers in a frame in my house. And so I go like, I don't like flowers, but like I still have these. Don't judge me.
I don't judge you. He's a friggin' arse.
But how is this though? Because we said we're not going to see each other for a bit. Like, let's just let things cool down. He's been like texting me, telling me, he's like, oh, there's this like pizza restaurant, and I was there.
I still don't think his wife knows though. He's telling you lies.
I don't know. You know what? I'm so curious.
It's your fault. It's his fault.
Look, at the end of the day, because I've said this because I met one guy who told me that no, I'm separated from my wife. I clocked quickly that he wasn't, and I just said nothing. And then like after like a week, and I was like, just so you know, I never stood in front of my friends and family and God and promised to love anyone. So if you're doing anything you shouldn't be doing, you're breaking a promise. I'm not. He got so pissed off at me.
It's true though.
It's true, right? If you are married and you are in a monogamous relationship and you cheat, and if your husband like cheats on you with me, do not get mad at me, bitch. I did not stand in front of your fucking grandma and say, I love you so much, I will meh, 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 meh. I don't do that. I don't know you. Like I don't know you like that.
That's honestly the worst though, when you have women that their husband cheats with somebody else and they get mad at the other woman, like, you know, like as if the other woman didn't exist, then her husband would have been totally.
And the man bitches about the woman. When the man bitches about the woman, I don't trust it. Or
no, definitely not.
You know,
this is the thing, because he was like saying, he's like, oh, we're here now. Oh no. Because I congratulated him on his wedding anniversary, and he was mad at me and didn't talk to me for 4 days because he's like, oh shit, it's my wedding anniversary. Apparently, I meant to do something. I'm like, congratulations to the happy couple. And he just read that and was just like, and didn't talk to me. And I was like, whatever. He just got pissed.
Hopefully, he doesn't come back.
No, he has. And he was like saying like, oh, this is what I was doing on the weekend. Because he wanted to see me this weekend. And I was like, no, I'm not, I don't want to see you. Thank you so much. But he's like texting me, he's like, oh, this is where I am. It would have been so nice with you. And I'm like, I'm sure you had wonderful company. And he's like, yeah, but you're always better company. I'm like, well, tough luck. And I'm like, he's out with, I assume is his blushing bride, his wonderful wife of like 9 years. And it's like, I wish it was you. I was like, well, it could have been. But no.
He's got this far and he still hasn't fucking sorted it.
They'll always talk about that thing that they have to do that they don't really want to do, and they'd be better there with you. I had one
everything is better
years
with me.
ago. Like I had one a few years ago that was wanting to take me out riding on his motorcycle. He was like, I would really, you know, I would think he would look amazing on the back of my bike and all that. And then he started telling me, he's like, there's this wedding I have to go to. I don't really want
Was it his wedding?
Pain in the ass. It's better than that. He's like, it's a pain in the ass. I wish I could get out of it and go hang out with you. And so this man, I smelled something fishy from the start. So I looked at his Facebook profile. And of course, there was his wife sitting there. I hadn't looked before, and I screenshotted everything, sent it to his wife because fucking girls before bros. She messaged me back and she said, "Do you want to know what that wedding that he didn't want to go to was?" And I said, "I absolutely want to know." And she said, "That was his stepdaughter whom he raised from childhood, and he was walking her down the aisle."
Fuck.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, that was the event that he couldn't wait to get out of and come be with his side chick. You know? And it was just fucking like, I was just like, girl, I don't know what you're gonna do with this information, but make it hurt.
Yeah. Like make the best of it. No, I mean
one of the divorces that I know for a fact that I've caused. So yeah.
I mean, my thing is that there are some people that have like very successful non-monogamous relationships, and I have got friends that have very successful polyamorous non-monogamous. So I'm not anti
Sure.
non-monogamy and I'm not anti polyamory. I think it's beautiful. I had in my 20s a really beautiful, beautiful, beautiful like poly experience where like my girlfriend, her husband and I got along like a fucking house on fire. We and like not in a romantic way. This wasn't like unicorn hunting. We literally were just like buddies. We got along really well, really liked him. And it was amazing. Like I knew other partners of hers, she'd met other partners of mine, and it was a really amazing experience. So there are people, so there are people that can have non-monogamy and polyamory that works amazingly.
I couldn't.
But see, I'm okay with it. I am not a jealous person. I'm not a jealous person.
No, I can't. I don't know. I would absolutely. It wouldn't even, it's not about jealousy. It would kill me. I think it would hurt like fuck.
I think for me right now, the relationship I'm in is
Don't tell me
we're
about that.
fairly somewhat exclusive, but also we live on different coasts. So he lives on the
Different
West Coast. I
circumstances.
live in the northeastern US. And
Yeah.
so we've kind of had these conversations. They're like, listen, everybody's got needs.
Yeah.
So, if there's somebody to meet needs, but we also are kind of just like really into each other. So
Yes.
it's at the same time, if I need to go out and get that, I do it, but I'm also doing it at the cost of feeling like an absolute asshole, just cheating on my man,
Oh,
like, and we it wouldn't be cheating because we would discuss it first, but we have left that option open. But at
Open.
the
Yeah.
same time, I'm like, I don't know if I could take it. I don't know
See,
if I could walk through that door.
I'm
I have
very much.
friends here that are open
Yeah.
completely, that are open, and I think fair play to them. One of them it didn't work for, and it split the marriage.
It doesn't work for everyone, right?
No, it doesn't.
And I mean, I would say I am the hopeful polyamorous person because I think that like there is a way that makes it work, but it takes so much work because it's really, and I mean, I've been in poly relationships and it's insane because I had two partners, both were married, and I was like, this is amazing. I don't have jealousy. In fact, I like when you're like, oh, my wife and I did this. My one partner would be like, oh, it was so nice. My wife and I did this. And I was like, that's amazing. I'm so happy for you. What is insane is both of them have got like wives at home. The minute I go anywhere, it's jealousy. They're just like, are
Oh,
you are
really?
you seeing someone else? And I'm like, you have a whole ass wife at home, bitch. Relax.
Well, it's not
Exactly.
how it works.
But I think it's because I'm not an insecure, jealous person,
Yeah.
and that's like if you're even a little bit jealous or insecure, I'm a
You can't.
problem for you.
It's
I'm a
really, I
problem for
don't
you.
think you can do poly if you're
No,
even a little bit jealous, because it's gonna turn
it's
into something.
it's going to.
Yeah.
And I was constantly having these fights, and so I'm a bit of like the hopeful poly person that I believe like no, but you can have this. But
Your
it
spirit's
takes a
so
lot of
free
work.
though. You're so
Yeah,
I
open
mean,
and free.
for me, it's all the scheduling. It's all the
yeah.
scheduling, and you be here, there, and here. I'm gonna get confused, and somebody's gonna get mixed up, and it's gonna be somebody's gonna be on my phone. Sheila, where are you? And I'm gonna be like, I'm over here at John's house, or
Yeah.
and they're like, but you were supposed to be spending the night with David, or you were supposed to go
I love
shopping
it.
with
I think
Melissa
I
or
love
something
hearing
like
all her
that.
stories, all her wee stories. I am the most open-minded person you'll ever meet. All
I
that shit doesn't faze me. Me personally, I can't do it, but I love my friends who are so open to everything. It's like, I mean, I've
yeah.
been out with friends who are swingers and not with
Oh,
them on
swinging is
the stage.
fun.
But she turned on an app and I was like in McDonald's queue. She turned on an app and I was like, get that off the fucker right now.
I
Because
don't.
I
I
thought it pinged you. And she was showing me live videos and I didn't even know that these people were actually live. I thought it was like a recording. And I was like going, they're
Oh.
live and they're dinging. This app was dinging. And I'm going, turn it off now because I thought my car would have been dark. I was like, get it off
I
the phone.
I don't know
You know?
why that
But
swinging scares me so much, because I'm definitely a fuck on the first date type of girl.
Oh, I've done swinging as well.
I just don't
I've done
know. I have
everything.
an old fashioned, not, but I'm not a pretty bitch. I'm not into like, see you sitting talking, I'm not going, ooh, you know, I say I couldn't give a fuck.
See,
I
I
think
couldn't
verbal idea,
imagine.
play your
I
king.
couldn't imagine like me switching off with Claire and going with Carl, and Claire going with Cher. You know, I can't imagine that happening. It just doesn't seem like it
You
would
see,
work.
I am and I don't know, I like for me, and this is why again we're coming back to the I'm a slut, not a whore, because for me, like sex is almost like the 90% importantness of a relationship. I am a very, very sexualized person, and it's to me, it's like it's the biggest fun. Like I love, and this
Yes,
I
that's
do
how you
sound like
know.
a slag. I do sound like a slag, but I love sex. It's
But to
so
me,
good.
like
No,
I
but
It's
feel
tell me
like you're
you're not a
addicted to chaos just a little bit.
slut.
Like you're a little bit
but
low key, right?
I'm a
Like
little bit
low,
lucky. I like,
yeah.
but I do, but I am. I'm like, I'm obsessed. I love sex. It's good for the heart, right? Because heart racing, racing, racing. It's good endorphins,
Yep,
happy endorphins. Da, da,
Uh-huh.
always a
da.
positive.
And you know, if you get involved in the process, it's some cardio, right? So it can only
It
be
does,
good.
yes.
You got
Winner,
to get
winner,
Right.
chicken
involved.
nugget.
You know, anyone want to practice any like bench pressing, any like weighted squats? Like, I'm your girl. Like, I'm heavy. You can
Okay,
really get
I'll be over in a couple hours. Let's go.
You know what's
Sheila.
funny though?
I love that when I flirt with you, you just get so fucking demure. Just all of a sudden you just like absolutely
I
bullshit.
can't, I can't, I can't handle women flirting with me. It does make me. I'm just like, stop. Men. I'm like, yeah, you want me, bitch. But like a woman, I'm like, stop.
She's so cute when she does it though. She's just like
If anybody's flirting with me, if it slapped me up the face, I grew up with
like
fellas. I grew up
with
with guys.
with with Claire, it's giving her a compliment. With you, it's flirting with you if you're
Yeah.
female. Like Claire,
Yeah.
when Claire gets a compliment, she's like, no, no, no.
I
And
can't
when
like
you
Oh,
get a
that.
flirt from a female, it's like,
oh, a woman could have my pants off in the first like 5 minutes.
I know.
She's like, yeah.
I'm just like,
Oh, that's how I know.
drop
Like,
them.
if I'm very scared of like queer bars because if a hey mama lesbian,
Mhm.
you know, there's like hey mama, like
I've
oh,
been there.
I've seen like my TikTok for you page is full of them, and I'm just like
I was at a
they're not even speaking to me specifically, but I'm just
I
like,
was at a supermarket a couple months ago, and then this diesel dyke's beautiful lesbian just looked at me, watched me walk by, and she's like, "Hey, mama," and I'm like, and my daughter just rolled her eyes because she's like, "Oh my God, you can pull anybody anywhere," and I'm like, "God damn right, I can. Just remember that.
I can't know if
90% of my
Put me
female
in a good nursing home."
90% of my female
Yeah.
friends are into women. Because I have to be careful because I got scolded by a friend
All
because
right.
I didn't realize that not everybody's named lesbian and I did not know this, Sheila. I was like, and she fell out with me over it. But she was
Oh
on
wow.
new territory. Yeah. No, she was actually really annoyed.
We are
I thought it
here at the top of the hour.
I
I'm
didn't even
sorry.
call her. No, I didn't even say the word lesbian. I had put, you know, the wee filter with the wee rainbow
Mhm.
things on it, and she was brand new, just out, and I was really supporting her, thinking I was being the supportive friend and cheering her on, and you know, and it didn't go down well. Really fell out with me.
Hmm.
it is difficult though, right? It
Yeah,
is because you
I didn't know.
I
Before we
mean,
go much
I
further, we are at
oh
the top of the
yes.
hour. I do
Are
have
we
to reset the show.
okay,
We are
okay.
an hour into it, and I know
We
it's
are
hard to
our
believe that we might have even more debauchery to talk about, but we do. And we are
I'm
the
here.
Hurricane Girls here on various different places. We're broadcasting on
Hello everywhere.
gcpr.live. Yep.
Hello
We are
everywhere.
YouTube at Hurricane Girls, Twitch at Hurricane Girls, Facebook, you're still on my page because I forgot to change it, but we also are at Hurricane Girls there as well. We'll be broadcasting on delay on gcpr.live tonight, about an hour after this show ends. I'll be sending the audio up there. We'll be on the airwaves there. And beyond that, we will be available on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. And if I come up with any other podcast hosts between now and then, we'll get up there too. But yeah, we're the Hurricane Girls. We are the Daughters of Darkness, the Sisters of Rage. We are God's punishment upon mediocre men, and we are nature's happy little accidents. I am Hurricane Sheila, joined by Hurricane Clare and Hurricane Barbie. And on with the show. So, we talked about giving relationship advice, but nobody has seemed to think that we're qualified for that.
I mean, if anyone has listened to me, they're just like, she is so unqualified. Don't listen to her at all. Don't listen to her at all. I get it.
I'm going to be pushing that for the next show. Next week we will have we will have Jacqueline Crum, or now Jacqueline Pineda, from American Idol season 4. Carrie Underwood's season. She is a dear friend. I have watched her grow up, and she has agreed to join us and just have fun with us next week. And I am sure she is going to look at us and be like, "Oh my God, these are my sluts. God. These are my hoes.
These are my bitches." Yeah. I was just, I like, oh, Sheila, I was like, are you sure that you're friends with this person? Because if they talk to me, they're going to be like, oh my God, Sheila.
I have watched her grow up from a small conservative church girl, 16 years old, to a mother of many, and she's very much a supporter of LGBTQ rights. She's very much outspoken about her beliefs, and we tried to make a podcast together once before. It won't be the first time I've had her on one of my shows. I had her on a show 20 years ago.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So yeah,
Sheila was podcasting before podcasting was cool.
I was back when it was called Internet Radio Live 365.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Okay.
I'm not even letting on I'm on a podcast because my nerves will go. So I'm just sitting here talking to you.
We're not on a podcast. This is another video chat here.
This is just us having. I mean, I do treat it like that. And then I do have like a very extreme hope that no one I know ever finds this.
Well, see, I have the opposite hope, Leslie. I have the hope that people will actually find this show and like it and subscribe to it and make us money.
In the US, yes, I want it in the US. I want it in Ireland. I want it in like Macedonia. I want it in Timbuktu. I want a blanket ban on this podcast.
No touching Switzerland. Are we okay with South Africa? Can we get to
let
South
them
Africa?
Take it? Cool. South Africa, fine. But Switzerland, because I'm dating here, so I don't need anyone being like, "Is she talking about me, bitch?" And they'll know I'm talking about them because I use their names.
And if you're asking the question, the answer is yes.
Yes, David the dermatologist with the small penis.
Not David the Viking, but yeah.
No, I don't. Listen, we're not talking about Dave the Viking. We're not talking about Dave the Viking because I have a feeling like I've had like pains since our last podcast, and I think it's his wife just channeling rage. She's like trying to take out my kneecaps, but like just
I talked to
repetitive.
I talked to him briefly on TikTok this morning. I talked to him in the Sound of Coffee live stream, but yeah, he's not forgotten us.
It's got repetitive.
I'm just
our interaction is Hurricane Girls versus Aquaman. So
he's just. I'm even wearing like I'm showing him I've got a tank like him. I'm copying his style a little. I'm channeling my
have to get the beard though. Well, I mean, it doesn't have to be there. It can be lower.
No. Also, hold on. Let me check. What's it?
As I recall, that was not the case back then.
No, that was not the case. That is not the case. That is not
very
the case.
Aerodynamic.
She no fluff in the muff.
No, not at all.
Don't need to come all bashful. She do fluff the muff.
We've broken
You'd be
her.
all embarrassed. You're getting all embarrassed. Are you fuck? Are you fuck? I say muff and she goes all bashful. Are you blessing yourself? Albert.
Yes, I be honest, Claire, it's the way you say it, honestly.
The fluff in the mouth. I was just like,
Because again, we expect Sister Mary Claire from the holy shit convent, you know, and then it's all of a sudden, yeah, your wee muff is just a little bald, isn't it?
I know. This is where people are going to be fooled. You know, I'm pretty sensible, but I've foul mouth. I do. I'm trying to be good though. Yeah, I'm a lady.
And by the way, I've been trying to adopt Claire's Northern Irish accent all week long. I spent a whole day at work imitating it, and then after I was done with work, it was really bloody hard to stop. So I was like talking to my doc. I was talking to my doc, not my daughter, my daughter. God, English is hard.
English is hard.
Yeah, and so are most of the men we see. But, I was talking to my daughter, and she's like, "Mama, why are you talking like that?" And I'm like, "Oh, I've been talking like Claire."
I've been talking like Claire.
We have a stand over here. Okay.
Oh no, I was going to say, although my accent when I'm around South Africans becomes very South African, and I have to like force myself to change back.
Well, you're the only accent that I can't seem to do. South African.
It's because there's such a confluence of South African and posh English. Like you're posh as fuck.
Like yeah, it's so
and you're for a complete slag. You're posh as fuck. You know,
I'm a posh.
Yes,
I'm a posh slag.
Me, I'm not even speaking in my native accent. Like my native accent's way more hey y'all, how you doing?
Hey y'all, how you doing? Welcome to the podcast. We got some real Jezebels. We're gonna have us a good time. We got a Jezebel.
That hot apple pie. It's not the I love it, it's so wholesome.
I love it. Oh no, listen.
Well,
but
see,
God, have you seen the TikTok?
Will get you laid overseas. Like that accent will get you laid overseas, but here in the U.S., it's like okay, Cletus, go back to the trailer. Yeah.
Have you guys seen the TikTok of that woman that does like the tarot card? She's like, "Don't get naked for that man." Have you not? Oh my God, I need to send these to you because she's like doing like this.
You need to like record that and play it as like your text tone on your phone.
I do. She's
every time he sends you a message, your phone should say, "Don't get naked with that
Don't
man.
Get naked for that man." But she's got such a brilliant accent, and she's just always she's like, "Don't you be giving him nothing. Don't get naked for that man. That man is right." And it's just like it's brilliant. And that has been my FYP. It is brilliant. It's brilliant. It's absolutely wonderful, darling. My FYP. TikTok has hacked my brain. Because my FYP just knows me. And I have had a combination of this woman going, "Don't you do it, don't get naked for that man." And then, you know, all of those like
I fell on the wrong side of TikTok because of you.
Is it the man with the big? Is it the man with the little chicks and the big cock?
I know.
Yes.
What's this?
Oh yes.
God. Oh, no, that was Sheila's.
No, it came from
it came from me.
It
came from Slag Barbie here. Yeah.
You want to know something? You put me on the real like good side of TikTok. I didn't know it existed. I had Poofage, I had Willard,
I said that to so many of my friends today, and they're like, "Oh my God, he's got a baby arm in those shorts."
It's a girl on a stage.
Fucking elephant trunk.
There was a girl on a stage walking past in a denim skirt, and her full neat poofage was on display. Very tidy, very demure.
You just like
very
demure, very mindful.
Yes. We have established that
very aerodynamic.
She did that. Yeah. She must have felt the wind beneath her wings because there was no way that girl was walking on a stage above everybody and fucking didn't feel the wind. hitting that thing. It was like fucking sitting there. Just I even was sitting. I
Did
played it
you
back
ever
like 10
know
times. Going,
that
it's
you're
not
my
really. It's not really.
Okay.
hero?
The
But
wind
is there
beneath her
any
wings.
better feeling?
Yeah.
Is there any better feeling than just like that pure aerodynamic, that you're just like,
It is pretty nice, yeah.
it is nice, right?
When the wind
Yeah.
comes up
Come on,
in
Sister
Marilyn
Mary Claire.
Monroe's.
Don't you
Yeah.
know
The
that
drunken
feeling,
days,
right?
the drunken days for me, pissing in a bush. Oh, absolutely. That's what you're getting.
Apparently that's all he was getting too.
In my 20s, in my I save it for him. I save it for my man. Stop embarrassing me.
I
Oh
just love the
no,
accent. That's a new one for me
Hold on, I
tonight.
have a fan on. I'm having a half blush.
Pissing in a
Pishing in a
bush.
bush.
Pissing in a
Pishing in a
bush.
bush.
Pissing
Pissing
in a
in a
bush.
bush. Not from a bush, because it's a tiny one.
It's a tidy one. She's
It was
aerodynamic.
it was a nice bush, yes.
Not a bit too hard. Hold on. Oh,
You know, I have considered. I was like, wouldn't it be like, it'd be cool to like grow it out, right? Have like a proper little like but I just can't because after like 4 days, it's like
no judgment to anybody, but no fluff on the muff.
no fluff.
No fluff on the
Aerodynamic, no fluffing. I can't even look at the camera.
That's amazing.
Don't look at me. Don't look at me.
Oh, don't look at me. No. I'm just like eyebrows down. I want nothing. If they could just like, you know, just like one big wax strip and they just like put it like, well, no,
Just
from
rip it
here
off.
and just
Yes. That would be amazing. Like I need to do that without having to go through the electrolysis that me
Well,
being
I-
a natural blonde would have to have.
Well,
I want the electrolysis because actually someone that I do like him, George. Oh God, George. I either call him my little street cat because he is a bit of a slut and I like him for it, or he is my Greek god because he is Greek and he's beautiful. He's divine, but he's so sweet and he's like a little baby. He's so cute. And he's had George, my little street cat or my Greek god.
not the wee one? Is that the child?
No,
No.
that's David. That's David the doctor. George is my little Greek boy.
See, I think we need like a
Number one.
whiteboard back here so we can mark them down. Just scratch through them.
But he's had the laser hair removal because he's super into like cross-dressing and stuff like this. All his friends tease him and call him an egg. I don't know if you know, Claire, if you know what an egg is. So an egg is it's kind of like everyone says like, oh, he's just too scared to transition. So all his friends tell him he's an egg. But realize that he is not he. And but I said, my love, I don't care, whatever you are, babes, I love you so much because he is just he's. But he does have he has done like the laser hair removal, and I love going to his place because I mean, I shower and I do all things, but he's just like
pearl of thunder.
Oh, he's a but no, he loves. Oh, he's a demon, but he loves like skincare and like he has all these like lotions, potions. You know, I'll just like slap on body cream. I'm like, that'll do it. No, he's like super specific on his skincare. Like 3 times a week he does this, and like twice a week he does that, and every evening he does. It's like a full spa treatment if I go around to his place. He has got the most soft, divine skin in the world. Like you just. He's just like
Here, is that a term? Is that an actual term? An egg?
An egg.
What's the right term, or is that?
This is the term that his friends use. It could be that it's more of a term in Greece, or it's more of a term.
I've never heard of it, to be honest.
You know what? It's quite nice.
I'm a whole ass trans woman, and I've never heard of it. So
that's quite nice. You know, it's like. It's not bad. It doesn't feel bad.
I think like a lot of trans women do go through a phase like that where they're like, let me try cross dressing first and then see how I like it. For me, I went through the phases like
must be
like quickly. Like quickly. I was like, okay, let me try eyeliner. Okay, love it. Let me try pink hair. Yep, down. Okay,
Yeah.
let me try going out with eyeshadow and lipstick. Yep, sure. Let's
Were you
go.
not really nervous?
No, I was nervous a bit. Of every trans woman has a bit of fear because society it's kind of bullshit to
Yeah, I
us
mean,
right
you've got to be careful.
yeah, especially with given my parents. My parents were not accepting. I ended that me coming out as trans basically ended our relationship. So
Well,
um
we're here
but
for you.
hmm?
We're here for you. Do you know
Oh,
what I mean?
thank
That's
you. I
Yeah,
know.
fuck 'em.
I mean,
I know how hard that
I've
is,
got my
Sheila.
hurricane sisters. I am 100%,
I know, but you know what?
with
It's
We
that.
got you.
you know, it's
Yeah.
not easy.
It is
for your
shit
parents.
because I mean all of us here are parents as well. We're all mothers as well. And you like you
Mhm.
think
I don't
like
have
you
that.
look at your kids and you're just like my only job, my only duty, my only like responsibility, like my
Mhm.
core responsibility is to love and accept my child.
Yeah.
That's it.
Like that's your core. That's your yeah. We're
Mhm.
My
teaching
kids,
them
no matter
we're
what, will always be accepted
yeah.
fully for what they are.
Yeah.
Always.
I
Yeah.
mean, with my son, we've used like with him since he's been little. I've used one day when you have a girlfriend or a boyfriend, one day when you have a partner.
Yes.
Just because like for me, I don't want my child must not come out. I don't want a whole like mom, I am. No, just be like, hey mom, my whatever, girlfriend,
Mhm.
boyfriend, partner,
Same here.
whatever is coming over. Cool. Not a stress. I
Right.
I think that's like is a pressure, right? To be like, oh,
My
I've got to come out.
stepdaughter has been in a lesbian relationship for a year. My biological daughter has just come out as pansexual and has some same-sex crushes. And with me, when I think about when I was 12, 13 years old, that would have been an absolute that would have ended my life as I knew it. Basically, there would have been punishments. I would have been cut off from everything. I would have probably been sent away to a re-education camp. I would have probably, had any number of those things happen. But for me, with being the mom that I am, I'm just like, great, love it.
Yeah.
Like I like who you got a crush on? Cool.
Yeah.
I'm like, bring him home.
It's the
And
only
it's our only it's our only fucking job
Yeah.
as moms. Honestly.
Like
It's
whatever.
is to say
I don't
I
get
mean
why people judge people on things that are so fucking personal to them. I don't actually understand. It's like even racism. I don't understand people's thinking of how people think to be able to think that they are okay to judge somebody on something like that
right.
or
But if you
anything.
teach
Don't
your
get it.
kids, you teach your
Yeah,
kids
my
to be
kids don't
good
live like that.
people.
Yeah.
Like you
Yeah.
don't have to really go in that even
Did
that
it?
far, because if you teach your kid to be a good person, racism is
Everything.
automatically
Yeah.
out the door. Sexism is out the door. Homophobia is
Imagine
out the
Is out the
door.
door. Exactly.
Yeah.
No, completely.
Imagine being born into a skin color. This does my fucking head in. Imagine being born into a skin color
Uh-huh.
and being picked on it. The dickheads don't realize if you go and do tests in your blood work, you'll have more than one culture
Yeah.
in your blood
Right,
work.
right.
You know what I mean?
I mean, we all came
Billions. I don't
from
get people. I swear to God.
some common ancestor.
And who the fuck is anybody to judge anybody? Just live and let live and mind your fucking neck
Absolutely.
in. If
Whether,
you like it, fuck
whether it comes
You know,
down to
it just does my
racism,
back.
gender
Much mental
identity,
health for people.
things like
Live and
that.
let live. Unless you're doing fucking harm
And
to
this is,
somebody.
I think,
No.
one reason I get along really well with BIPOC people, especially BIPOC women, is that we know
Fuck
we
that.
have similar struggles. I can never totally identify with their struggle, but we do have similar discrimination here in America.
Just define BIPOC for Claire.
BIPOC. I don't remember the acronym now. It's people of color, basically.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay. I've never heard of that.
Yeah. So like, sorry, I forget that Claire is down in the in the hinterlands of Ireland there, and the sunshine has been piped in years ago. But yeah, no, honestly,
I didn't know.
I
But I
get
don't give a
along
fuck
well. I get
what
along
they
well
are.
with people of other minorities
I
because
really.
we share that. We share that
Yeah, you share
oppression.
that when you're in a minority group. You do
Okay.
share that kind of like.
We're
Mhm.
second-class citizens here too.
Yeah.
That's what we get treated like. That's what we're there. Do you know what I mean? That's why we get on with so many different I think as well, because we get it. We are put in a second position.
I got a good taste of what people go through by being a white person in China for 10 years. Is I was like literally one of like four white people in our workplace, and even still there was some white privilege there because I'm American. We love Americans, so we're going to give Americans good job with good pay. But at the same time, the way I was regarded was definitely something different, and this was before transition. So imagine me going back there now, going back there as a trans woman. Oh my God. It would be people looking at, oh,
People
wow.
miss out on so much, but for being dickheads, for having that such a narrow mind, people miss out on so much
They
quality in
do.
people. Because I find people who struggle or have been judged their whole fucking lives are the best humans because they will never want you to feel that shit.
But I find like when I think about racial relations and I go to when I was in China, the attitude wasn't necessarily, oh, that's a foreigner, fuck them, get out of my country. What their attitude was, by and large, there were some, but by and large, it was like, wow, there's somebody from another country. I would like to get to know them. I would like to
Okay.
be their friend. I would like to learn more about their culture. Maybe they can help me with English,
Mhm.
stuff like that. And
Yeah,
I come back to the States and it's like them they're brown people, get them back across that border. We can't
yeah.
have them taking up our space, and it's like,
Horrible.
Leslie, coming from South Africa, what
I can imagine
apartheid
being
is
Although
that
like.
I was going
fucking
to say,
horrible.
I have a bit of like a different, so South
Mhm,
Africa has got very complicated race stuff, but my stepfather,
mhm,
my stepmother, so hold on, let me get the right, my father, not my stepfather, my dad, my actual dad, met my stepmom when I was 11, and she is a black woman. So like we've been part of like her family, and I mean we lived with her family when we first moved with my dad to Johannesburg. And so like I've got a sister, so she's mixed race. And so like for me, I've had like very bizarre experiences where I'm like now suddenly like in a very different culture. But also South Africa I mean we've got shitty fucking people. There's shitty people everywhere, but depending on how you kind of get around, like, you know I'm always a part of some kind of weird
You're
collection of
open-minded to
people.
everything.
Yeah, I mean I like had such good fun staying with her parents, with mom and dad, so I call them mom and dad. And it's very traditional, like, so especially in sort of like the black cultures, you're not going to call someone older than you by their first name. It's just not going to happen.
mhm.
I don't even, how is this? She has been my stepmother since I was 11. I do not know her parents' names. Like I don't know I don't know their government names. I couldn't tell you my stepmother's parents' government names. I don't know them. I don't want to know them. They are mom and dad.
Mhm. And
Like,
that's true. That happens a lot,
yeah,
in
they're just
America
like
as
mom and
well.
dad.
We've a lot of
So
Yeah.
I call them mom and dad. And that's just like, I don't know their government names, which
I
is
would have.
wild if you think, like, I actually, because I never thought to ask, because I just call them mom and dad, but I
Right.
stayed with them. And where they live, it is, so in South Africa, in apartheid, they had segregation in areas. So
Mhm.
we do have big areas that were racially segregated. So if you were black, you lived here. um, her parents still live in one of these areas, but it's because they've just been there. So they were like, we've got a house here, we're not fucking moving.
Mhm.
um, so then I was staying with them. I was having a grand time. I had like the cousins and sort of like stuff like that, so I'm like walking around the streets as like the only white person in the area, walking around the streets, and they're just like sort of looking at me. I've had it as well in university, where I was going into certain areas with my university lecturers because they were doing certain things. And again, I'm like walking around in these areas that are considered like Yeah, someone of my complexion is not going to be there. And I'm just always walking around like people say, "What are you doing? Stop!" I'm like, "No."
No, but you get it too.
Yeah, and I had a great time. The hilarious thing is, and this happened when I was in Mthatha with some of my lecturers. Again, it's an area that was historically a area where Black people were forced to live, and it is still, I would say, the 98% is you know, not Caucasian people living there. Um, and I was walking with one of the girls, and we were like, "Oh, Grant, we're gonna go into this area, and we're gonna because we wanted to buy like snacks and stuff." And this small child looked at me because he like looked and he's like looking at me. And he's like, "What the?" He's small. He's like 4 or 5, and he's like looking at me, and he's like little face open, and he's like, "Oh, umlungu." Now, umlungu is Xhosa for a white person. So if you're or white, so he's like, he's like, umlungu. So he's just saying like whitey. He's just this small child, just like, is that a white ass bitch? What is this white bitch doing in my street? And she's yelling at him, saying like, you can't say that. And I'm like, leave him. He's like literally a baby, and he's not expecting me to be walking. It was
also, unfortunately, I am white, so
Yeah, like I just am. I'm sorry. I was just hanging out. But yeah, for me, so I do have like a bit of a different because this is like part of my family. I've been part of that culture. I did speak a little bit of Tswana for a little while because I was picking it up while I was living there. And yeah, I'm quite good with languages and picking them up, especially when I'm exposed to them a lot. I do forget them quickly, which is the ADHD in me.
Of course.
But yeah.
Really good.
But
okay, you can pick up some freaking languages. I can hardly even speak English.
I am good with languages. But yeah, so I think for me it's always been very different. If I look at like the circle, yeah, the circle that I keep is always bizarre, right? I've got everyone. You can't be anything. You can't be racist and be my friend because I'm like, well,
my brother in Belfast that was the only white friend, and every single one of them were a different race, and it was gorgeous.
And you're just like, everyone sort of makes.
Normal. I don't understand. It shouldn't even be a thing. It's such a shame. But and they're all still besties to this day. They've all kind of grew up together, so it's lovely.
And that's kind of
that's
kind of the mission statement of this radio station that we're on, GCPR, Ghost Club Productions Radio, is all about giving everybody voices, hearing everybody's voices, and that I think is an incredible thing when you do it, because like my American culture is very insular. Like we do travel abroad a lot, but we're all just like America first. We're the best ones. We're number one, and fuck what everybody else
I hate American
thinks.
tourists. I'm so sorry. Every
American tourists are awful.
They're the worst people.
They're terrible.
I don't know. America just goes like, who are our most annoying like people? Let's send them on fucking holiday to Europe.
I had a friend, God rest his soul, who would go to he would go to places like Korea, Indonesia, Thailand, Russia, and he would go there and he would come back and be like, yeah, I went to McDonald's there. There's a whole lot of people that spoke English. I'm like, why the fuck did you leave? Like why didn't you
right?
Exactly?
You could have stayed at home.
You could have stayed at home and went to KFC. You could have eaten pizza at home.
Yeah,
Irish people
could have spoken English at home.
Irish people go abroad and look for the Irish pub.
Well, I mean, yes, I guess that part of that is we do like our stuff. I'm not gonna lie. I traveled all the way.
I get that. So
I traveled all the way from Wuhan to Shanghai to go to Taco Bell.
I get that, but that's when you live abroad. So like I also have this. When I first moved to Switzerland, I was like, I don't want to talk to South Africans. I'm like, be gone, leave me alone. I still had South African community just because of who we moved here with, but like when you live abroad, you do after a while kind of you want that little. So I now have like one or two South African mates, and that's great. And I'll like say, we chat about like South African tea is one thing. When I go to South Africa, I buy boxes of South African tea because tea in Switzerland I can't do it. John is also a South African boy, and so I gave him like some tea, and he was like, I think I love you. And it's like, it's, this
He's
weird little
using you for
bonding
your
thing. And
tea.
my accent,
I mean,
he's using me for tea, my tea and my cat.
for me living in China, though, I was like, yes, I'd like to go hang out with an American or something on Friday night, but then rest of the week, go fuck off.
Yeah.
Like I'm good being in the local
Yeah.
culture. I'm like definitely good being eating the local food. I'm good with my friends that I have here because
Yeah.
not because just because I'm learning. I'm not like being like using them or anything, but it's just because they're my friends. It doesn't fucking matter where they
Right.
came from.
Yeah, but when you're on
here.
holiday,
I just want to laugh. I just want
Yeah.
yeah.
people.
But I think when you're on holiday, actually going into a country and not going to like fucking McDonald's, like you can have McDonald's at home. Go and try something different. Go and say, right, what is the thing here? And I love that. But that's because like I'm always the easiest person because I have no food allergies. I have no special dietary things. I will probably eat anything. If you tell me, hey, this is super special, it doesn't matter what the fuck it is. I'm gonna be like, yeah, fuck it, let's try it.
Yeah, I'll find a local friend who, and I'll be like, I want you to take me here, and I want you to pick everything that we eat today. I want you to tell me what you think I would like, and order it up. We're gonna fucking eat.
I love my group.
And experience it. That's how I experience so many good foods in this world.
Yeah, you miss out.
Yeah,
I haven't traveled in years. I haven't been away abroad in years. That's why I'm called homebird. No, I just
you've
haven't
got
been
to
away.
because you got to come visit me.
I used to
You have got to
travel
come.
all the time, but now I just haven't. See, with kids, it scares me to travel with the kids. Just because of
Yeah,
the work.
it is.
It's scary.
It scares me. It does scare me.
It's scary, and it's also, I mean, I'm the person that's always like, I see people like traveling with like little kids, and I'm like, why the would you do that?
Right.
Like,
well, I've done it, but yeah,
it's because it's hard.
I feel bad for
It's
them
hard.
because I grew up going. We used to travel through the south of France into Sicily and all for 6 weeks at a time, and when I'm talking up until the age of 5, and then it all went pear-shaped. But you know what I mean? But I remember the 5, the 6. I was probably about 7 or 8 whenever they sort of stopped doing it. But I remember those years, but I don't remember anything after the kids. My kids have never been abroad, and I feel so bad. Well, tell I, Jack's been, but he was only a baby, and it was because I knew the place was going to. Do you know what I mean? But
yeah, well, but it is scary with kids, and then you're just like,
yeah.
Especially with babies, because I've traveled with mine when she was a baby, and it's always just like keeping them this close to you, like don't let me out of your sight. And of course, they're having a hard time with it as well because it's traumatic experience for them. Yeah. And just trying to go through all of that, it's really hard with kids because kids are very, they're different. They're little people. They have little problems.
I find travel difficult. So I love traveling. I love going to different countries. I haven't been to that many, but I've only been in Europe for a little while. I mean, I'm going on 5 years, but we had COVID during that time. Haha, sucker. And because I was living in South Africa. Do you know how fucking hard it is? Because South Africa is just like, it's here. Everything is far away and everything is expensive.
Mm-hmm.
But then, like, since I've been, like, I love going to, but I'm always so nervous. I'm not a good flyer. I'm very anxious. It's a control issue with me, right? Because you're asking me to trust a pilot, and I can't trust him. I don't know him. Why would I trust? And the only time that I'm super sexist, and the only because this is how I know I've got sexism. I had a female pilot, and I was like, okay, but like woman drivers. I don't know how.
So what you need is a trans woman pilot. That's what you need. You'll be perfect.
I need a non-binary pilot, and then I can be like, you know what?
There you go.
I just had a vision of Bridesmaids. Do you know the party? Now I know why you're familiar.
It was never an issue because I'm always like, okay, I'm up in this fucking airplane. I'm going to be here for 16 hours. Nobody can reach me. I got fuck all to do. So I'm going to sit back. I'm going to have a couple of glasses of wine, and then I'm going to watch whatever bullshit they've got on the TV, and I'm going to go to sleep.
I just picture a can of Coke in the earth filled with fuel and loads of people. I fucking hate this.
No, I can't. I'm not just saying, I'm not scared of, like, I mean,
I reverse engineer everything.
Magic. Airplanes are magic, and I don't care. I knew someone, and she had worked on like planes, and she's like, they're not magic. This is the science behind it. I'm like, you come here with your witchcraft. Fuck you. They're magic, right? I don't fucking believe nothing you're saying. It's a whole conspiracy. Airplanes are magic. It's a simulation. Don't anyone explain it to me. I don't want to know about it. But it's not even that, because I'm just like, I'm fine with the fact that I might die. I'm okay with that. I was going to say, I've lived a good life. I've lived a life, right? I've lived a life. I've had a life.
I've lived a life. I can't say that I haven't done stuff. So,
yeah. So it's fine. But my problem is I don't like being told that you are now stuck here for the amount of hours that we have predetermined. So if you're flying here to here, this is going to be, 4 hours, and you have to just stay there. I don't like it. It freaks me out. They close the doors.
It's the control that bothers you.
Issue. Yeah.
Okay, because for me, I'm just like, okay, I can do fuck all about it. I'm good. I'm just gonna sit here and I'm gonna enjoy my music and I'm gonna watch TV.
I think if I had something to calm my nerves, it maybe be okay. But see, nowadays,
the wine did help. The wine helped a lot.
I made a fatal mistake with that once. I made a very fatal mistake with that once.
I hate flying, so I hate it. Fucking hate it. I love taking off and landing, but I don't like flying.
But because I'm not good with flying, I thought, and I was going to South Africa. I was flying with Qatar Airline. That means you go Zurich, Switzerland to Doha to South Africa. But you land in Doha at about 2 a.m, which is about the time that most people are having a little sleepy sleep. But I thought, okay, like I was freaking out. I was super stressed. I realized this is like when you go through Qatar and you fly through Doha, it's like an 18-hour thing from Switzerland to South Africa. If you fly direct, it's still fucking 12 hours. It's far. Like, it's Africa. And it's like bottom of Africa, like bottom of Africa. So it's far from everything. But I thought, like, I'll get on the plane. I've got like anxiety meds. I'll just like pop my little anxiety pill. I also had a headache, so I just went, I'll just pop 2 of my little headache tablets. And I have bad hips because I don't know, because I'm old and badly made. So in like pre-planning for the fact that this will cause hip pain, I'll just pop an ibuprofen as well. I had not eaten all day, so now we've got like Valium. We've got Valium. We've got a double dose of paracetamol, and we've got like a horse size. That then when they started serving, I was like, you know what? Actually, like a couple of glasses of wine would probably. But I'm just like, I seem to have like forgotten that I haven't eaten, and I've just taken just like what should be an illegal amount of drugs to take on an airplane, and I've just been drinking. So I was just like.
Oh, legless.
And then we land at 2 a.m, and I am gonzos.
I can't even take one out. My liver doesn't cope.
I had to phone and Doha Airport. If you've ever been to Doha Airport, is massive. It's huge. It's fuck off huge. It's a massive airport. It's because there's so many flights that are coming in and out, right? It's such a big port for international flights. I had to phone my mother at 2 a.m. because I texted her as soon as we landed. I was like, I have a severe problem. And she's like, what? I'm like, I'm legless. I'm like, absolutely fine. I'm legless. I need you to help me. And I cried in the airport. I cried in the airport. Do you know why I cried? And this is how you know I'm legless. Because she was like 1 foot in front of the other. And I was like, okay, left, right. I'm literally saying to myself, left, right. And then I went, Mama. She's like, what? I'm like, I've been saying left and using my right foot the whole time. So I'm saying left, right, but I'm going right, left. And that was just enough for me. I was just like, I can't do this. And I'm crying because I just can't do it. She eventually gets me to my gate and she's like, but she's staying on the phone with me because I'm like, okay, I'm here now. It's good. And I'm like, she's like, don't fall. Keep talking. Get on the fucking airplane. And so I'm like, okay.
How the fuck did you? How did you get to this stage of life? Like fucking time?
I have no. I got onto the airplane. I finally got onto the airplane. I'm like saying to her, I'm like, okay, I'm on the plane. Somehow I then fell asleep before we'd even taken off. And then once the plane started moving, I woke up and I was like, oh, we've landed. So I texted my mother. I'm like, oh, looks like I slept through the whole flight. We've landed. She's like, looks at me. She's like, look at the time, idiot. You haven't even taken off yet.
That's me when I'm on. That's me when I have smoked hella weed. Actually, I'll be like, I don't do this anymore, but I would be at work at 8 o'clock in the morning, still high from the day before, and I'd just be sitting there like, okay, surely it's getting close to first break. Like it's almost 10 o'clock, right? I look, it's 8:05. I've been there 5 whole minutes. One thing, one thing I did love about flying was flying Asian airlines. Any airline out of America is going to be trash. Like American, United, fuck that. The Asian airlines would treat you with like amazing. It'd be like, here, another drink, another drink, another drink, another drink, and like an American Airlines. After I ordered third my third glass of wine, they're like, are you driving when we get to the airport? And I was like, man, we have 16 hours left on this fucking flight. So
yeah, like relax.
bring me my drink, please. Like I'm also flying in. I left a car at the airport. Fuck you, give me my drink. And there's okay, but I can't. I'm cutting you off after this.
I was pregnant, and in your American Airlines, Carl's brother-in-law's a pilot over there for between New York and Florida, and they're probably be fun if they're watching it. But anyway, I was pregnant, and when we first went over, our Belfast airport turned around and says, "Oh, they didn't know I was pregnant, but they were like, do you know, we'll upgrade you and they give us the leg room, and you're not meant to sit on an emergency aisle when you're pregnant."
You sit at the bulkhead.
I didn't know this, but they didn't know I was pregnant. So anyway, we were coming back through the Florida airport, coming back to go from Florida to New York. Newark, is that right?
Yeah.
Newark, like New Jersey. Yeah.
Yeah. So we on the flight from Florida to Newark, and getting onto the one to go to the long haul flight to here. The turnaround, I was like, oh, I have this pregnancy letter. I forgot all about it. I was like, can we get loads? Can we get the leg room again? I'm a stupid bitch.
Yes.
I was already sitting in the same fucking seats on the way back. Just like, but they didn't tell us. And the guy called me up and he went, you can't sit, and fucking devastated, but he didn't say any. They put us onto the plane, took our tickets off us and swapped them with another couple. But they put Carl in one seat and me in the emergency aisle. So I ended up sitting in the emergency aisle, and this prick came on the plane and he was like, "Ma'am, you can't sit there." And I says, "What do you mean?" And he was like, "You can't sit there." And Carl was sitting down going, "Oh, for fuck's sake, Claire." I was going, "What do you mean?" He says, "Ma'am, you know why you can't sit there." And I says, "What do you mean? I don't understand. What do you mean?" I was a bastard. Like, he says, "Ma'am, you're pregnant." And I said, "You've just told this whole plane I'm pregnant." I was being a real bastard. Like, and then he turned around and I was like, "What? I'm not pregnant. How dare you? How dare you say that?" Oh, he's a real arsehole because he was so cheeky. See, if he hadn't been cheeky and he had asked me nicely, I would have been good about it. Cockpit come down. And I was like, they were like, if you don't move seats, you're going to get removed from the plane. I was like, here's Carl, fucking move now.
I would have been mad. I would have been mad as well.
You know what they done? They set me. There was one of the female our hostess was all in my face, and I turned. I said, "See, get your fucking finger." Right? I was really cracking up. So anyway, we moved, but she put me in an upright seat, and you can't know the ones you can't push back, and I'm sitting pregnant, and but everybody around me were lovely, and they were giving me cushions and all. And I was like, look, I was being a brat, I was being a bitch, because they were being cheeky. If she had been nice, I would have said no problem, but they were being cheeky. So I pushed the buttons and they're turfed off.
Yeah, the moral of this story is if you are an airline attendant, do not be cheeky with an Irish woman.
An Irish
She apologized. Yeah. She apologized because she realized, I think, and I apologized too. I said, like, I was being a brat, but the way the guy dealt with it pissed me off. I says, and that's why I got arsey. So,
I get that. She's like,
I just love it when our quiet little Claire gets a little bit of Spitfire in her. See, that's
becomes a little bit.
She does like like there's so much to discover underneath those layers, and the same thing, like also with with Ben Barbie here too. Like, we've talked a lot about her being a slut and being a slut down below. She's still a slut in the slide, but
She's
I am.
really,
yeah,
she is one of
she's
the most
extremely
intelligent people
intelligent,
I've met
and
ever.
also she's going to be
So
the first
intelligent,
Don't
one.
tell anyone
very
that.
smart.
She's going to be the first one, and this does not apply to men. Fuck y'all, fuck men. She's going to be the
Yeah.
first one. If one of her girlfriends is struggling, she's going to be the first one to be in that box and be like, you're going to tell me when you're not feeling well, and I'm going to be here, and you're stuck with me, and fuck you, get back.
Forever.
Yeah,
We do joke, but she is a darling, and I
she's
honestly,
an
you're
absolute gem.
lovely.
I hide it
I'm not blowing
though.
smoke up your arse. I think you're fucking lovely. I just think no, you're very genuine. Do you know whenever you feel something off somebody and you meet somebody and you're all sort of going, but there's
Mhm.
never, but from both you and Sheila, never any that shitty feeling I feel like I have to watch what to say. Do you know
No,
what I mean?
definitely. Yeah. And I
Don't
know
feel that
every
often.
time if I've got something on my mind and I need to talk to somebody, I know I can hit up Barbie, I can
Yes,
hit up you, Claire. I know I can because in
yes.
times when I have been withdrawn and been like obviously in distress, that bitch down there has invaded my inbox and been like,
Whether you liked it
listen,
or not.
Yeah, pretty much.
I
I know
liked
you
it,
do.
let's be honest, but it's really just mental to
We have
me,
known each other longer.
like how that we being three women from three very different lives in three very different countries, how we are here in this podcast
Yeah.
together and probably talking to nobody at this point, but talking to each
We're
other.
talking to each other, right?
We're talking to each other, we're enjoying each other's company, and we've actually grown
Yeah.
to it's like
Really very good.
I've never met either of the two of you in person, but I know that you're important to me in my life.
Yeah.
And it's
Likewise. No, it really is. I can't explain
yeah.
it. And it's not in a fucking pervy way or
No,
anything like that. There's just something with the three of us and
It
it was
just
just lovely and it
clicks,
was no
right?
bad feeling and
yeah,
it was just perfect. And I thought, this is
it
class.
is class.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
And
it's
we've
just
spoke every day since.
it's unexpected. Yeah, and then like you said, we've spoken every day since
Yeah.
all three of us met.
Yeah.
Literally
Every
multiple times a day. We have a whole group
yeah.
chat that if anybody listening to this podcast knew about and had access to, Lord,
Ooh.
that would be
No,
yeah.
no. We don't need
Um,
that. I don't need that in my
but
life.
I
Please
mean,
don't.
also, shout out to people in our also in our circle. We're talking about
Yes,
Gretchen, Aaron,
absolutely.
Lauren,
Lauren, yeah.
and Antonio, and
Yes.
just any number
Your
of the
other
other
half
people
as well.
we do at TikTok. Yes, my other half, Cherie. uh I mean, today I've finally spoken to Carl, and
Yeah,
then
that's right.
we don't talk to any of Barbie's
Oh, please don't talk to any of
rotisserie,
them.
but we are. I mean, it's a weird, wild family of people in every corner of this goddamn planet, and it's fucking
Absolutely.
insane.
If
And
people had open minds like this and they weren't ball bags, this is how life would roll. And it's really, you're
Yeah.
missing
I
a
think
trick
about this
because
when it comes to like people in America, and I'm going to be a little bit America centric here for a minute, but it's like people who have never been to other cultures and seen other cultures. I'm sure you have those in Ireland and in Switzerland as well. Like
Oh,
they're
yeah.
very insular. They've never experienced another culture. They don't want to experience another culture, and they just don't know what is out there in this world. Like
Exactly.
there's so much more. It's a fucking smorgasbord out there. Grab a plate. Let's eat.
yeah,
Yeah.
good for multicultural. See, Northern Ireland didn't do very well in cultures
Well, I
for a lot
mean,
of
you
years.
have definitely have your
But
own issues. Yeah.
TikTok, the positive side of that app is that a lot of both sides of the divides in Northern Ireland have come together and sit on the app and they debate it out in a good way and they call each other all the names that you shouldn't call and they laugh
Yeah.
at it and they thrash it out, and it's been the fundraise, they do all the wonderful things that and they've come together, and it's magic, and that's the positive side.
It really is
Your
magical.
minds and go, and you're missing out if you don't open your minds. You're missing out because there's really nice people out there with some
100%. Yeah.
I don't know why. I was like, oh yeah, but Northern Ireland. So my grandmother is from Annalong. Where is that?
Yeah, my mum.
I just so my grandmother was Northern Irish, not just Irish, but Northern Irish. And I was like, wait. So I was like, I quickly checked now because like I don't know Ireland at all. I've never been. I should, but I haven't. And I was like, let me just check my mum's Facebook because she'll have where my gran is from. But yeah, Annalong. That is where my family is originally from. So there we go. How close? How close?
That's my family. My family are from just on down a wee tiny bit. Your man or my dad.
Look how small the world is.
I'm just one of those Frenchies out here, so
just like,
What the? Are you serious? So
I'm serious.
Your mum's mum. What is it? Your mum's?
Yeah, my grandmother. Yeah, my mum's mum was born in Northern Ireland. Yeah, so my granny was born in Northern Ireland, moved in her.
We could all care one of the names if you can remember any of the names. Don't say it on here though, because.
Yes,
they're all dead.
The last one person listening would definitely do something with that.
Yeah, we've got a farm. We've still got a family farm in Annalong. Aunt Hazel, if you're still alive, I'm coming for you, you bitch.
Ladies, we're drawing near to the end of our.
We are
here. I need to go to
well,
it's like I take a hurricane.
Fish in a bush. Yeah.
Fish in a bush.
And after a hurricane moves through, there is always the aftermath. So, I would give this aftermath here. I will give each of you a chance to give a closing thought. And then we will say goodbye to the internet and probably go talk to each other elsewhere. Barbie, what's your aftermath today?
Flat, not a hole. I need to get off of Bumble. If I'm very close to putting myself on on a mail order bride website because I'm tired, and if someone could just
I'll go in the bids and drive them up.
Grand. Thank you so much. That is official. This is like an exclusive on the podcast. I'm going to be putting myself up for sale. If you want to buy this to the delightful creature to be your wife, someone please come and take me. I'm tired.
I think there's a market, and I think you'll do really well, and nobody needs to come for you.
Found somebody to do that.
Okay, please come and find me. You can send me a message on TikTok. Yeah. No, I'm not paying tax.
All right, Hurricane Claire. What's your aftermath?
Just do one thing and scourge. Yeah, I'm doing this. This scourge the fucking Jesus out of me.
It's not just because it's been 2 hours that she needs to piss. She's been shitting herself the whole time. Yes. You wouldn't think it because she's so goddamn gorgeous, but like, yeah,
don't you fuckers, don't you start. Don't you start. I'm my nerves. I'm not a confident person. I can banter, but if I thought that there was people watching, then I would shit my bricks.
Yeah, we're just pretending that no one's here.
Yeah, we're not gonna. This is not going to be on gcpr.live in about an hour. This is not going to be on Spotify or Apple for the rest of time. This is not going to be saved on YouTube and Facebook and everything for people to watch later who didn't get to watch it live. Not at all. So You know what? I think you give yourself not enough credit. You deserve more credit than you give yourself.
Sheila, I love you. Don't you start.
She's a cunt.
I'm sorry. It's time for my aftermath now.
That is yours.
And my aftermath is basically this. It's once again, I have tried to live a very international lifestyle. I have lived abroad. I have moved back to the US basically by force. I didn't want to come back, and just being around the two of you, and around the people in our lives has been basically a reprieve from a life of boredom and a life of drudgery. And being able, I'm just so thankful that we are in a day and age where we can jump on something like TikTok or Zoom here, or on YouTube and Twitch and everywhere else we are, and just reach out and hear other people
Yeah.
and meet other people. There's no way in fucking hell that I would have ever run into Leslie in the streets of South Africa. There's no way I'd ever run into you in Belfast. You all would never come
Absolutely
over
not.
here and bumped into me. I'm sitting in my fucking house. I'm not meeting
I'm in my
anybody.
wardrobe.
But yeah, just like simply the fact that we have this opportunity to have these discussions. And yes, we're absolute sluts sometimes, we're absolute nuns
I might be the
sometimes.
only thing that's a slut.
We're women, and we're
Yeah.
human beings at our very heart, and that is the point and the beauty behind all of it.
Yeah.
And that makes me happy for at least one more day. And with that being said, we are at the end of our program. This has been the Hurricane Girls. We are the Daughters of Darkness, the Sisters of Rage. We are the curse upon mediocre men. We are nature's happy accidents. And we are broadcasting tonight in 1 hour, 8 o'clock on gcpr.live. This show will be up on Apple Podcasts and Spotify before the end of the day. If you want to go back and watch it, you can catch it on my Facebook page. You can go watch the live stream again. You can also go back to YouTube, to the Hurricane Girls channel, and watch
Claire not
watch
doing
last
the
week's.
Last week I didn't know that this was a thing, and nobody told me.
You can
And I
watch
didn't know.
you can watch this week's and last week's show. That's 4 hours of listening to us be complete utter nonsense. And yes, by all means, come back next week. See, we'll have special guest Jacqueline Pineda from American Idol 4, and we'll be here talking the same bullshit over again, and probably more. And we'll go from being silly and slutty to being absolutely serious and smashing. So that being said, that is the end of our show. Thank you very much, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you so much.